You know, it's definitely one of my favorite things in Star Wars when female characters scream a lot. I don't know what it is, but I notice this tends to happen frequently for whatever reason. What's my point here? Nothing really. I just think it's funny every time it happens. Before I talk about this episode, anyone who actually tried to pay attention to the story, like the plot and the characters, whatever notes or mental notes you made, yeah, just put those right there. No one knows why anyone is doing anything at this point. Characters change their motivations on the fly, letting people die despite making a point they need them to live, characters teleporting from point A to point B. It's a fucking mess out here, guys. We start off with Osa having a vision about the future where May kills Master Soul on Brendok. Osa really cares about Master Soul, so she makes a deal with Cremir, allow her to use his ship if it means leading him to Brendok, where she assumes Master Soul will be heading to. I'm already confused, and I have been for the longest time, with Osa as a character. If her goal is to save Master Soul, why is she leading this guy to him? He tried to kill him. He tried to kill you. Why is she making deals with someone who killed people she allegedly liked? There is no logic to this character. I've given up. Speaking of characters I've given up on, we learn Master Soul is actually heading to Brendok with May, because now that he captured May, he has proof that there is a Vergence here on Brendok. I guess now this is the main goal for him, or perhaps it has been the whole time. It's why he is using the SOS beacon to lead the Jedi to Brendok. Does he even need May to prove there's a Vergence on Brendok? What even happened to those blood samples they had? Surely those could have been evidence unless somebody scrapped it. I just don't know why he needs to go to Brendok right now if May is all he needs for evidence.
What happened to you, to your coven, was an accident.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't the ending of episode 6 supposed to be an implication that Master Soul was gonna tell his POV of the story on Brendok to May?
First, you and I are going to talk. So you're going to listen.
Did that actually not happen? Did he really not tell May it was a misunderstanding that he killed her mom? Because that's exactly what happened. He believed their mother was gonna sacrifice them, or something close to that.
Mama said everyone must walk through fear. Everyone must be sacrificed to fulfill their destiny.
When he saw her mother use freaky witch powers like a psycho and saw May disappearing, he thought he could save her by killing the mother. He thought she was evil. I guess Soul just didn't want to plead his case at all. Honestly, this conversation was headache-inducing. Whenever Master Soul is asked why he put the blame on her, he should say, "We thought you were dead, and it was more convenient that way since you did actually blow up the entire place." But like I said, he really just doesn't stick up for himself. This is so dumb, man. And it got worse because, as usual, Master Soul, being the genius that he is, did not take away the droid May clearly had on her waist, which allows her to escape.
See you in hell, Jedi.
And again, no use of the Force to try and stop May from escaping. Then we get this whole chase sequence. I mean, who cares? And now we're back to doing the politics again. This is like one of the most pointless subplots in the show, when it really shouldn't be, but it goes nowhere. It's just here to give off the illusion that the show is really smart by having a few political scenes in them.
But it's only a matter of time before one of you snaps. And when, not if that happens, who will be strong enough to stop him?
Stop referencing the rise of the Empire. You haven't earned the right. You could have said them, but you said him.
Who will be strong enough to stop him?
Who is him? You know who him is. Don't lie to me. I'm skipping this conversation Osa has with Khmer. Trust me, it's really not necessary. All you need to know is some Darth Plagueis looking ass is watching Khmer and Osa like a creep. So basically, all our main characters have made it to Brendok, where everything started. If this was a good TV show, I'd possibly be getting chills, but because it's not, I just feel dead inside. Osa and Khmer show up in front of the main door, and she tells him they either go through this door or climb.
Are you sure?
Dude, no way that really just happened. It's like, hey, so Khmer needs to escape from this Naruto rope trap. He also needs to get to Kalnaka and kill him. He needs to also be out of Kalnaka's hut before the Jedi or May arrive, and this needs to happen within a minute. What I'm trying to highlight here, without bringing up every single example of this dude teleporting from point A to point B, the writers need Khmer to be in any position whenever they want. So they're like, you know that teleportation power Jason has in that Friday the 13th game? Yeah, we'll just give him that, but without any obvious limitations or downsides. I'm sure the audience will be satisfied with this. And I'm over here like, oh, I see. Listen, I'm not opposed to the idea of a teleportation force power. It's just that the way it's done here feels very lazy and cheap.
Thank you for leading me to her. We make a great team.
And they fight. That's great, dude. There was maybe one visual I appreciated, but it definitely had some goofy moments. I got no investment in this fight as a viewer. Like, I don't really care if Master Soul dies. I might care a little bit if Khmer dies because he's the only interesting character alive right now. And once again, the sisters have been reunited.
Soul killed our mother. I saw it with my own eyes.
Yeah, why didn't you fucking tell her that in episode 5? It's way too late for this. Again, in a good show, this could be really neat. Two main characters who seem to be going down a certain path, only for both of them to become the opposite of what they were expected to be. But the way we got here was so absurd that it doesn't matter. I'm just hoping both of these two die. The Jedi are close to being at their location, and May needs to be ready to save Khmer whenever he loses. How do the writers have her be at the right place at the right time, you may ask? Obviously, just have her teleport, even though she was standing right in front of her sister. After Master Soul beats Khmer and contemplates whether to kill him or not, May shows up to stop him.
Strike him down, and your journey will be complete.
Wait, I thought the whole goal was to kill Jedi without a weapon. What do you mean, strike him down?
I want him to confess what he did. I want him to face the High Council, the Senate.
Master Soul reveals to May that they aren't normal people. They were created through the Force. Osa hears Soul admit to killing their mother.
Is that true?
This is where Master Soul really needs to be more specific and tell her what happened, like I said before. When Osa asks you, why didn't you tell the Jedi what happened, just fucking tell her what Trinity said. They didn't want to expose you to the whole truth so early on and ruin your dream to become a Jedi.
Without May, there was no proof you were created in this way.
Why are you saying this as a response? That's not related to what she asked. I don't understand what's happening here. He says Osa was too old to train, but she was allowed to train anyway. Even if she failed, which was due to her emotions, the point about her age makes no sense. I'm sorry, I just can't wrap my head around anything this freaking idiot is saying. May, shouldn't you try and stop this? Hello? Didn't you just say a minute ago you wanted him to face the Jedi Council and the Republic? I mean, I don't know why she cares about that when she believes the Jedi as a whole are bad, but now she just doesn't care about Soul admitting the truth to the Jedi since she is just letting this happen. Damn, dude. What do you even say to what just happened? I think I'm reaching my limit here. I really don't know what to say about this. Like, yeah, the lightsaber turned red. She's evil now, and the show makes a big deal about it. Who cares? You're alive. Yeah, can we focus on him now? I'm over Osa and May. Their characters are completely fucked. I guess May and Osa are fine with each other now when they shouldn't be entirely. This crazy bitch still wanted to kill all the Jedi, and she should still want that, by the way. She did try to kill Jackie.
Who?
As well as other people. She attacked you and stole all your shit, leaving you for dead. Whatever, man. Like I said, who knows why anyone is doing anything at this point. Dude, I'm just gonna save time. Green Lady finds Master Soul's dead body and gets a vague idea of what happened here through echoes of the Force. Osa and May escape to the tree they used to go to when they were kids so they can start crying, hoping that we'll get somebody to care about this awful story.
We'll explain what Soul did.
I got nothing. I want to say, why did you kill him then? Why didn't May stop you? Why do you think you can talk to the Jedi now? You just killed Master Soul, and you're with somebody who killed 2 other Jedi Masters. They're gonna throw you in jail. How much time is left? 9 minutes? Okay, it's almost over, thank God. Osa makes a deal with Cremere to be his pupil in exchange for letting May go. They agree to have Cremere cast the Modify Memory spell on May to stop the Jedi from using her to find them when they leave her behind. Green Lady uses Master Soul as the fall man for her cover story. She says that Master Soul was the one who killed the other 3 Jedi Masters, and of course no one will question this story at all or do a more thorough investigation, which is kind of funny because there's definitely some eyewitnesses that can confirm Master Soul didn't even kill Torben, and no one will find it sus that Master Soul chose to kill more people beyond just his accomplices, or find it strange that he ended his own life for no reason.
And where is Master Soul now?
I believe he ended his own life.
What about the bartender who told the Jedi about May who killed Trinity? There are so many holes in this story, but no one's gonna ask about it. Why would they? It's not like there's actual intelligent characters in this show. Green Lady asks May to help her find Cremere, and that concludes season 1 of The Acolyte. Or does it?
Sorry to disturb you, Master. We need to talk.
Yeah, so I think it's fair to say that this is definitely one of the most worthless pieces of Star Wars media to exist. And I've seen Kenobi, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, Mandalorian Season 2 and 3, the sequel trilogy as well, unfortunately. I'm so happy that I can add another one to the pile. That's a great sign for Star Wars as a whole. We got barely anything on Osa's backstory with the Jedi Academy, which was like one of the main focuses in Season 1. We got nothing on what Kalnaka was researching, or rather we got barely anything on him just in general. We didn't even get to learn about Master Soul's dark history that Cremere hinted at. We didn't even learn about Cremere's history, like who trained him in the ways of the dark side of the Force. I mean, is this really Darth Plagueis? I know it looks like him, but just why if that's the case? It just feels like an act of desperation, a way to manipulate a Star Wars fan to like the show. Here's Master Yoda, you remember him, right? Don't you like our show now because we had something you remember in it? I don't want to hear anyone try and defend this shit. Like, oh dude, they'll explain everything in season 2. Yeah, dude, like the way they explained Brendock and just fumbled character motivations throughout the entirety of season 1. Why the hell would you trust them to deliver a satisfying explanation in season 2? God forbid if that actually happens. If this really is Darth Plagueis, you should be sweating bullets. That would be the real tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. To be honest, it's already a tragedy. He was in the Acolyte show, and some lesbian witches created life before him. Like, that's rough, man. Anyway, I think I've said mostly everything I wanted to say. Horrible TV show. I'd give it like a solid 1.5 out of 10. I was really hoping May and Osa, or at least one of them would die, mostly May, but both of them lived. This show fucking sucks.